let's just turn my noise down. So hello there. If you are managing to watch, do say hello. This is a really ad hoc, impromptu, whatever you might want to call it, live. Really, I'm just testing out some of my my equipment, and I don't know whether the picture is very clear. I think it may just take a bit of time to catch up with me, but hopefully the picture will get better. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jasmine. Hello, Alison. Yay, you guys have managed to join me. That's amazing. Thank you. How are you all this evening? If we It's just me tonight. Ant's actually working nights this evening, and I thought I would try. Hello, Oscar. I tried doing a YouTube live, but I'm actually running it through the software that we've tried before, and it didn't work. So I'm giving it another whirl because I'm not one to give up on things, and I'm hoping that it's going to work for us. So I'm a little bit unorganized as a result, but hopefully it won't be too much of a disaster. Again, like I say, I just felt like doing a bit of crafting, and I thought, well, let's try making it work. And if people are able to join us, then that's awesome. But again, I'm hoping that this all records to YouTube, and then that means then that you'll be able to watch it afterwards as well. So from what I'm seeing, the picture does seem to be okay in points. It keeps going maybe in and out a little bit. The settings that I've selected hopefully will mean that it's trying to get a balanced view for you. I don't know what any of that means. So, right, on to what we're going to do today. I would really like to do some fall themed cards, some Halloween cards, some quick and simple cards. I've got so many different ideas that I want to work with. So we may not get all of them done, but I wanted to use the new Spooktacular set. Obviously, while it's still spooky time, so I feel like I've just dropped one. What have I dropped? Bear with me, guys. I have just dropped a die set that we may need, and it's really tight on space down here at the moment. So I'm just going to have to very carefully remove it without knocking everything over that we've just set up. Hello, Laura Ann. So let's have a look. Which one did I drop? I think I dropped the All Occasions. That's okay. We may use some of our little critters alongside our Halloween theme. So, and our fall theme. And I'm thinking maybe the woodland critters. Our little bears are a great size as well. As are our little mices. Let's have a look. Cute little guys in here. Oh, there's so many things that I want to play with, but we've only got time to do so much, haven't we? So we're definitely going to use the Spooktacular set, and I'm also really keen to use the new stencils. So what did I do with my new stencils, guys? Where did I put those? Well, anyone's guess. Oh, how did you get in there? You need to be in here. Yes, I want my Spooktacular stencil. Where have I put it? Well, it's not in there. That's certain. Okay. Oh, it's warm under these lights. What's everyone doing? Is everyone okay? Like I say, I hope that you can see what I'm doing, and that the picture's okay, and that things aren't freezing and you know all is well. If it's not, and I'm not quite sure how I would know. So I'm just going to keep going until somebody tells me different. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of an organise so that I know what I am doing. Okay, so I'm going to pop these to one side because I think I've selected, they're very cute, aren't they? They might make a really cute little, they might make a cute addition, and as might these guys. So please tell me you're all still there, and that everything is fine. If you can comment, just to let me know you can see things, that would be awesome. And obviously, if you've got any questions or anything that you want to know, see, the picture doesn't seem that great from what I can see on here. Let me know your thoughts, everyone. Jasmine says, my dog managed to catch up with a cat today, so she's got a few scratches on her face. Oh, you see, cats are tricky little creatures, aren't they? Little monkeys. So, I did have an idea of making a really fun background with my with the pumpkins. I thought that would make a really nice, easy background. I've seen a couple of clean and simple type cards done like that, backgrounds made from some heat embossing, and you know how I love a bit of heat embossing. So I thought we might do that. I've also been inspired by a really cool card that used a stencil to create a really cool background. So again, really inspired by that. So we might have to try that. And then there's just so many different ideas I've got for scene dies, scene setting. Can't speak. I'm not excited that we're actually here. So yeah, so we'll just see. Let's see what happens. I think to begin with, what I might do is I might start with an ink blended background and do some heat embossing. I would normally do the ink blending afterwards, but I think it's going to be really hard for you guys to see where I've stamped, and it's certainly going to be hard for me to see where I've stamped. So I think what I might have to do is just go for it first. So let's see if I've got some cardstock, because that's my other challenge. I don't know if I've actually got myself any cardstock out and about. So such has been my excitement about getting out here. I don't think I've really got any cards. Now, what I have got here, which is quite interesting, is some Crafter's Companion cardstock. Now this is super smooth, and I would probably use this mostly for doing some colouring. So I might save that because that feels like that's a little too smooth for my ink blending purposes. Have I got any just ordinary cardstock? Got some Wow Super Smooth. That is super smooth, but it doesn't really have any bite to it. So I want something that is smooth that's got a bit of bite. And I feel like the Hour Smooth card is better for blending. So I'm going to cut this down to size. So I'm going to use an A2 card base again. So I'm just going to cut this down. So I just need to measure. I need 5.5 one way, don't I? 5.5 inches one way, and 4 1/4 the other is the standard, apparently. So I know that my cardstock isn't straight on one side. So let's just trim this down. And then our 4 1/4 should be there. So it's great because the Tim Holtz does give us that give us the measurements on the guillotine there, so that's helpful. Oh dear, sorry, I can't speak today. It's really strange. Obviously, and I can see all you guys there commenting and chatting, which is fabulous. But obviously, it's really quiet here, so I can't hear anything. So the colours that I'm wanting to use, I do definitely want to use some of my Seedless Preserve, which is really cool, and I also want to use a nice orangey shade. Or I could use Wilted Violet. Wilted Violet's a very cool shade. So let me just grab some of my distress ink then. I really want a nice nice orange. Maybe we've got some ripe persimmon, which is a nice colour. We've got some carved pumpkin. And then I'm thinking that maybe going into a nice blueprint sketch and a bit of black soot might make for a nice contrasting colour. Let's see how that works. And we'll just give that a try. So let me have a look, see what everyone's saying. All good here. It's slightly blurry from time to time, but the majority of time is good. Oh, that's I hope that's not spoiling anybody's experience if it's a little bit blurry occasionally. Alison says, shush, don't tell anyone, but I've bought stencils and blender brushes and some distress oxides. Just need to be brave and use them. Well, today then, we're going to be using some stencils. We're going to be using some inks and blending. So yeah, we'll this will hopefully give you a little bit of, help you feel a bit braver. Because you will love them. Julie and Jasmine are both right. You'll definitely love them. Julie says, did some stamping using this spectacular background stamp using crackling campfire on orange card, but not sure what else to do to form a card with it. Right, okay. So we're going to do this one first, but then we'll come on to that one a bit later on. Got a bit of chipped sapphire, chapped sapphire? No, chipped sapphire. And I do like Seedless Preserve, but I think maybe for this one that the Wilted Violet might be the one, and the carved pumpkin is a really pretty shade, isn't it? So I'm going to use I'm going to probably cut this down afterwards, but let's get some ink blending done onto here. So have I got a brush that is already a bit orange? If not, oh yes, here we go. Oh, I thought my thing was going to come tumbling down then. I've got quite a lot on my my IKEA pegboard here. Okay, so what I would suggest, Alison, with your when it comes to using your blending brushes, if you're a little bit cautious to begin with, you can tap off some of your ink onto your surface. I would suggest maybe using a bit of scratch paper. I'm really bad. I do it straight onto my mat here, and I really do abuse this mat quite a lot. So you probably might not want to do that yourself. Use a little bit of scratch paper. The other thing to use, which I do have, but I haven't got nearby now because I've had a little bit of a move around, is I've got a plastic placemat from IKEA, and it's a really nice size. It's as big as the mat that I've got here, and it's I would say it's like a dull finish to it, but obviously it's smooth, so it means then obviously that you can glide straight from that onto your cardstock. I'm using our super smooth alcohol paper, which is great for this cardstock. Sorry, which is great for this. If it's too smooth and there's there's nothing for the ink to grab hold of. I sometimes feel that that doesn't give me the best blend. So this is just the right amount of smooth to tooth grip, if that makes sense. I do know what you mean about not wanting to get your brushes dirty. I know what you mean. But they do look really cool when they are all coloured up. I mean, I'm just going to show you this that's in my brush caddy, and try not to tip them everywhere. And I just think that they look so pretty, all full of colour and displayed like that. So I'm hoping we're going to be able to get some more of these caddies in later on. Hello, Julie, Amy. Sorry, hi. I saw Julie saying hello to Amy, and that's what I was just on autopilot. How are you? So Alison says, rewatching all Joe's lives and lots of YouTube tutorials out. Yeah, that's definitely what I would do. There's loads of people, loads better than me out there. Now, the danger, obviously, of going from purple to orange is that you're going to get a bit of a brown. But I think for the card that we're going for, the fact that this is going to be a bit autumnal, I'm not sure that that's going to matter, but I'm going to try not to overlap them too much. And you can see that I am going straight onto my paper with my brush, which might be a little bit of a scary thing to do normally, because I've done it many a time before, and I've hated ink blending in the past, simply because I wasn't using the blender brushes. And what that meant was that I always got a really harsh line, and I was having to just really tentatively go in there, and I didn't dare put any ink on the paper in case I ruined it. And whereas now I'm just far more blasé about it than I was before, because I trust that the brush will help me blend that out. So and what I would, I know we say this quite a bit, and I'm not dismissing the fact that you're sitting down, you're using product, you're using cardstock that you've paid for, that you are taking your time and you don't want to ruin anything. But at the end of the day, it is a piece of cardstock. Use a bit of cardstock that you might have used for something else. So, for example, I've got a few bits here that I've cut things out of. I can test this bit and not be worried that I then have to throw that away afterwards if it didn't work out quite how I want. So test your colours out, work with them, and don't be disheartened if it doesn't work out quite how you wanted it to the first time, because that can happen. And that this is the whole point, is to try and enjoy the process of experimenting and playing. I was chatting to Amy yesterday, and she saw me at a very frazzled point in the day, bless her. And it just did get me thinking about, just being able to spend some time really enjoying crafting. And it's not something that I often get to do, apart from when we do our lives on a Thursday. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do some more crafting today, because I enjoy doing it, and I don't often get a chance to do it. So, and if it doesn't work out how I first intended it, well then, so be it. It doesn't really matter. We're all friends here. We're all playing together. So I'm going to start with a little bit of the Blueprint Sketch, because it's a really nice, bright colour. But what I might do is I might darken it up with some chipped sapphire. Because obviously we're going for a Halloweeny colour, and this might be a bit too happy, happier colour, or happier blue, for what we're trying to accomplish. But I like it, and it goes really nice with this wilted violet shade. So I hope that the picture isn't too bad. I can see that it's going a bit blurry again. Do you guys want me to just change straight to my phone? Might be a little bit of a better. Shall we flick to phone? And how's the sound? Can you hear the sound okay? Because I'm using a different microphone for the sound. Feedback is useful, so please let me know. Is it too blurry for you guys? Alison, you should go for it with the brushes and stencil, says Amy. Absolutely. And Jasmine says that you will like that in terms of getting your brushes dirty, but you won't regret it. You absolutely won't. Julie says, I go straight in when ink blending, and quite often it looks better than I expected. Or if not sure of it, I leave it and come back to it and tend to love it when I go back. That's a really good point, actually, that, Julie. I've done that many times where I've been like, oh, I'm not sure about this. I don't think I like it anymore. And it's probably just because you've just got a bit too close to it, and when you step back from it, you do love it again. So I'm going back over this blueprint sketch around the edges with some of my chipped sapphire because, like I say, I feel like it was a little bit too happy a blue. But blending these two colours over each other just looks so good. And it just makes for a really nice, rich blue. So, yeah, I really like that. And you can, as you build your colours up, Alison, you'll and you add more layers, the blend gets smoother and smoother every time you do it. And I think that the effect of the oxide inks above everything else, because they are, I suppose, more of a chalky kind of consistency. I just love the velvety effect that you get once they're all blended together. So I'm just going to go back in over this area here where I've got a little bit of that purple has turned a bit brown, and I just want to push that back in a little bit because I don't want that to go too brown, that transition. But I'm quite happy with that. Now I've got a lot of ink on here, so it is going to be quite wet, and I